Hello everyone, this is Solomon. I'm here to explain you about arithmetic and looping statements using shell script. So I'm gonna show you few problems. I'll show you around 9 problems in today's video. So let's start our video from the first question. So first we need to develop an addition table from the given number. So for that I'm using my college shell. So yeah, I need to log in here. Yeah, now I have logged in successfully. So let me clear the screen. So for that we have a command called clear. So now we need to go for develop an addition table for the given input. So I took my file name as a table, you can see here. So let me show everything clearly. So for creating file we need to use vi space file name. So table dot sh. So for sh we create a file name. So for typing something in file, okay, for editing file or to do some coding or something in a file, in a specific file, we need to have vi space table dot sh. Okay, now let's go into the code. So this is our code. So we use this command echo echo for showing the user uh, some lines. Okay, as we use the printf in C and C out in C++. So here we use echo command, and as we use scanf in C, we use here read. Okay, read a. So here we need not to mention integer or char uh, which which data type. Okay, it's directly going to take everything. So just we need to have a command called read a. So for printing an addition table we are using read a, read b. So for I is equals to 0, I less than b plus 1. B plus 1 is nothing but up to what numbers I want to print my addition table is this. So we are incrementing I here. So for that, for loop we have a command called for. So we'll give here the case, and next we need to have do as a keyword or word, and then we at the last we need to have done. So lastly we need to have last line should be done. So as we see the logic here, uh, simply addition table is so we need to add both the numbers. So first we'll take the a and we'll add I. So I will next I will be incremented, a will be same. So a plus 2, a plus 3, a plus 4, that will give the result. So let me run the code. So to type something in the code we need to get an insert key. So for that we need to press I. So we will have some insert in the bottom, you can see here. So now we can edit the code. So if you are done with the editing, then we need to press escape colon wq. This will save the code, and it will come out of the code, you can see here. So now if I wanna run the code, then we need to use sh space file name dot sh. Now this will run the code. So enter number a. So I want to go with 2. Okay, 2. From 2 I want to start an addition table up to 12. So normally we have addition table up to 12. So you can see here it will print the addition table. So next go with the next question. The next question is find the factorial of the given number, factorial. So for that I have created file called uh, for that I created as fact. Okay, fact dot sh. I'm sorry, I entered comma instead of full stop. So now let's go with factorial dot sh. Okay, you can see here our code. So as you know this echo and read. So I have initialized the fact is equals to 0. So I equal to 1, I less than a plus 1. So factorial. So if I give up to n, so it should execute up to n. So if I directly give n here, it will, if it execute up to n minus 1, that won't be correct. So I'm going for n plus 1 here. So do factorial equal to, this is the main keyword we need to remember, expr. Okay, to have some to perform some logic, we have a keyword called expr. If you don't give this expr, we will get a logical error. So we cannot solve this. Okay, if you are going to give only this uh, dollar and a fact, that is, this is multiplication. So for multiplication we need to have one backslash and then multiplication, then I. So if you are going to give only this thing, this won't work. So we have to initialize expr here in the beginning. Then we are done with our code, and the factorial is the fact. So let us come out of the code. Okay, now let's run the code and see factorial, right? Show. Okay, show factorial, enter the number. So 5 factorial is 120. So you can see the 5 factorial is 120. So let's go for the next question. Third question, find the sum of n numbers. So sum of n numbers, so I have given as vi sum of n numbers dot sh here. So our code is here. So for I is equals to 1, I less than a plus 1, I plus plus, do exp this I plus sum. So sum is equals to 0. I have initialized. So first this will be 0, 0 plus 1 plus 0. So sum will be next initialized as 1. So this will be loaded with 1. Next I will be incremented. I will come here. So I is 2 now, plus sum is equals to 1, 3. And in this way up to n this goes on. Okay. Okay, sum of n numbers. Let's run the code. sh. So enter the number up to 9. If I'm to 5 and enter, so it is 15. So 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 is nothing but 15. So next let's go with the fourth question. So now this should print the values of these numbers. So this is completely odd function. This is going completely in odd way. So 1 plus 3 plus 5, this is odd function. So for this we have a logic. So mathematically we have a formula called 2n minus 1. So 2n minus 1 gives this equation. So that equation we should initialize in the code. So let's go for this code. So vi have kept it as odd dot sh. So now we can see here. So that exact formula I have initialized here. So we have 2n minus 1 is our uh, mathematically equation. So now you can see here I plus 1, I less than n plus 1, I plus equal to 2. First initializing and then we are adding 2. So do sum of sum plus I is nothing but 1. So every time we will add I will be initializing, sum will be incrementing. So let's run this code. Okay, for that we have command sh. You can see here up to n. Okay, up to 9 if I print, so you will get 25 as the value. So let's go for the fifth question. So display math multiplication table. Okay, multiplication table is nothing but if I enter 2, it should print 2 table. So for that we have mult table dot sh. In the beginning I have to initialize vi. Okay, yeah, you can see here multiplication table. Simply first I am up to 11, because if I initialize here n, so n plus 1, then if I give here as the 10, this will be same result. So here n is equals to 11, I equal to 1, I less than n, I plus plus. Okay, now c equals to expr of this is nothing but to show. Okay, if I'm gonna give space in between these things, we will get we will this function works. If I'm not going to give any space here, so this will be printed as it is. Okay, this will be printed as it is. So if I give space between these things, then this function executes and this function get calculated. So now let me run this code and show you. Okay, multiplication table. Okay, so enter the number. I want to go with 2 table. Now you can see the 2 table is printed. So this is very simple code. Now let's go for the sixth question. uh, using uh, using for display the numbers 10 to 1. So normally we get, if you are using for loop, it will print from 1 to 10. It is very easy. So now the question is, we need to print from down to top. So from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In this way we should print. Okay, for that we have called, I have created file called backnum.sh. So this is a very simple code. Normally we use here, I equals to 1, I less than n, and I plus plus. But we need to get this in the reverse order. We are using I is equals to 10, initializing I directly as 10. So if I'm gonna enter here I is equals to 100, it will decrement from 100. Okay, if I'm gonna give here 100, then it will print like 100, 99, 98, 97 up to 1. So our question is, from 10 to 1 we need to print. So I is equals to 10, I should be greater than n minus 1. So n is nothing but 1. So until this case fails, 1 minus 1, that is 0. I is greater than 0, so I cannot be greater than 0. So 10 is greater than 9, 10 is greater than 8. So in this way, up to this test case fail, this will keep on looping. So we are decrementing here directly, minus minus I. So we are printing the value. So let me run the code. So backnum sh. So you can see here directly, when I run the code, automatically it prints from 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now let's go for the seventh question. Print Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series is a very frequently used in coding. So Fibonacci series is nothing but we need to add the each number. So first we'll be having 0, then 1, then 1 plus 1 will be added, then that will be 2, 2 plus 1 will be 3, and 3 plus 2 plus 3, that will keep on going in that way. So this is Fibonacci problem. So for that, fib fib.sh fibo.sh. I entered my file name wrongly. So what happens if I'm gonna give fibe, a new file will, nothing but new file will be created. So now it's correct. So we have our code here, Fibonacci series. First I'm initializing here a is equals to 0. If a is equals to 0, then it will print 0. B is equals to 1, it will print 1. If this is not the case, so if n is greater than 2, so I is equals to 2, I is less than n plus 1, I plus plus. Until that number, this will be keep on looping and adding. So do c is equals to a plus b. So a plus b will be added first, as I told. 0 plus 1, that will be 1. So c is equals to nothing but this will be initialized in the this. So a is 0, right? So b will be initialized, so nothing but 1. So here b is equals to c. C is nothing but here 1. So this will keep on adding here. So 1 plus 1, then 2, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2. In that way this goes on. So let me run the code and show you. Set. Let me clear first. Clear code. Okay, now you can see. Okay, now let me go with show Fibonacci series. Enter a number, I'll go with 9. So you can see here 43. So when we enter 9, so 0 plus 1, then 1 plus 1, then 1 plus 2, then 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 5, 13, 13 plus 8, 21, 21 plus 13, that is 34. In this way this goes on. This is Fibonacci series. And let's go for the next question, that is eighth question. Write a shell script to find the greatest of three numbers. So to find greatest of three numbers, we need to have uh, if case. Okay, so for that we have uh, vi. Okay, greatest dot sh. So you can see here the code. So enter first number, reading first number, enter second number, reading second number, enter third number, reading third number. Now we need to compare a is greater than b. Is If a is greater than b, a is greater, then we need to compare a is greater than c. If a is greater than b and a is greater than c, then a is greater. If a is greater than b and a is less than c, then c is greater. And if a is less than b, then b is greater than c, then b is greater. This is the very simple logic we used here in if and else case. So let me run the code. Okay, first number I will enter as 5, then I will enter as 3, then I will enter as 9. You can see here c is greater, a is less, a is greater, a is greater than b, but a is less than c, b is also less than c, that's why c is greater. So let's go for the last question. So that is, write a uh, shell script to check whether the given number is even or odd. So for even or odd, we have very simple condition, that is if a is double equals to 0, then it is even. If a is not equals to 0, then that is odd. So vi even or odd dot sh. So simply here, if n percentage 2, this will be stored in number. If number is equals to 0, then it is even, else it is odd. Very simple, right? So you can see here, show. So I'll go with 5, it is odd. If I go with 4, it is even. So these are the very simple questions and problems uh, we did in this video, arithmetic and looping statements. So I hope you understood. That's all in this video. Thank you everyone.